This is June 2016, paper 2. This is question number 4. We've got some magnetic field lines and they're showing the shape and direction of a magnetic field. So here they are. The diagram shows a cross section. This is of a wire placed between two magnetic poles and there is a current running into the page at X. And the shape of the magnetic field line is shown. So this looks weird because normally between two poles like this we should see a uniform magnetic field, but because this wire has got a current running through it, it also creates its own magnetic field. So these two magnetic fields are interacting and the magnetic field from this wire is causing the magnetic field, the uniform magnetic field between these two poles, to bend. So we're going to add some arrows to two of the magnetic field lines to show the direction of the magnetic field. So there's two that we could add on, two different scenarios. We could either say that the poles here, the magnetic fields would go from north to south, so we could add on two arrows like that to show they're going from north to south, or we could do it around this wire here. So how do you know the direction of the magnetic field from a current carrying wire? Well, you're going to use the right hand rule, and you're going to put your thumb out just like you're putting your thumb up. Now your thumb is the direction of the current, and that's going into the page, so you're going to put your thumb into the page, and then your fingers, the way they wrap around, that's going to show you the direction of the magnetic field. So in this way, if you put your thumb into the page, your fingers would go around clockwise. So you could put two arrows to show that the field around that wire is going around clockwise. So if you look, they've done you a favour. It's because look, they're going in the same direction. The only one that's different is that one. They're going in the opposite direction. So you could have done either there, the magnetic field lines from these poles or the ones around the wire. This one's go around clockwise, this one points north to south. Draw an arrow on the diagram to show the direction of the force on the wire. Now, which way are these lines being stretched? Now, they seem to be being pushed in that direction. So what's the force on the wire? Well, it's going to be in that direction. It wants those field lines to be straight, so it's going to have to push that wire to the left in order to make them straight, so the force on the wire would be to the left. How else could you know that? Well, you could use the left-hand rule, where your thumb is the force, your index finger is the field, and your middle finger is the current. So in this case, the current goes into the page, the field is down, so you're going to point your index finger towards south, and that puts your thumb going to the left, so you could put that arrow going to the left. 2 marks, horizontal line to the left. Now I've drawn this one before. Now that wire is removed, sketch then a new magnetic field. Of course you're going to use a ruler. I can't use a ruler like this, I'm drawing on my computer, but it should be straight lines drawn down, additional straight lines that are parallel, for one marking point, because we're looking for two. If you'd drawn one line down here and put an arrow on it, that would have got you 1 mark. If you'd drawn lots of lines to show that there is a magnetic field, a uniform magnetic field, that's going to get you the mark. There's also edge effects that you could have drawn as well, but any uniform magnetic field would have been fine for 2 marks. Now the next one is explain how you could use a plotting compass to investigate the magnetic field around a bar magnet. So all I've done is draw my little bar magnet, and then I've put lots of compasses around it, and then it goes out at north and in at south, and of course if you draw these, then you'll start to get this magnetic field line pattern like that. So if I was going to write it out for 3 marks, I'd say I would place compass or compasses around the magnet, I would note the direction, and then I would find the pattern. So I would link them together to find the pattern. A diagram would really help here. It doesn't take too long to draw, and it would help you explain it. And that's question number 4.